Going live. Bada boom, bada bing. Cool. We are back again with another Bad Habits podcast. Today we are making up for earlier in the week. We missed our Monday because we were at a bachelor party. So we're doing Music Monday today. And we just are doing 5 modern music questions that we kind of got. A little bit thought-provoking. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so I came up with these questions earlier, actually a couple days ago, but Luke doesn't know them. Figured it'd be better to just shoot from the hip and have authentic responses.
And hopefully this will be nice and quick, easy. We want to try and start shooting for nice and what is up, Mr. Corey? As always, we want to start shooting for more like good content, fast, easy, keep people engaged, half hour, 40 minutes most if it's super, super good, hour, absolute most. We were just talking about that too. So we're going to see how it goes. Let's see if we can do it.
Absolutely. Let's see here. So I got more than 5.
Also,
Just in case.
Sorry to everybody. We're officially 1 week. Obviously, you haven't seen us in a full week. Last week on Friday, we were supposed to do a podcast. We went to the bachelor party. Monday was an absolute disaster for me and Andrew. We were feeling it big time. It was
Oh yeah.
It was a weekend for sure.
Oh yeah.
So give us some slack.
Yes, please, and thank you.
and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into it.
All right, so I think a good first one to start out with is, does social media ruin music? Like think of TikTok.
Yes.
And
yes, 100%.
Instagram and
100%.
everything. Like, because
in these TikToks and shit that people do, they make them into memes and they reverb and speed them up and make them sound, and then it's like you just ruin the song, and then it blows up, and then everybody does these certain things, and it's like,
I would have to agree, but I think from the consumer point of view, especially when you're are into a smaller artist and you're super into them and you're these songs and you listen to them all the time and they're good, what's up. Next thing you know, it's on TikTok and it's blowing up and now everybody knows them. It's kind of like, oh, well, it's overplayed now. I already knew them before. Have you ever had that feeling?
Yeah.
And then
100%.
Yeah, but on the other side of things, it's actually good because for artists, it's a lot because their music is getting played, it's getting streams.
It's true.
It's easier to push.
It's true.
And it's listens.
It's true.
And that's money.
It's true.
And publicity. So I would say as the average consumer, yeah, I definitely would probably ruin a lot of stuff because then you hear this, oh, that's a TikTok song.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go out of your way to go actually listen to it when it could be a good song.
It could be a good song.
But it's it's a TikTok song.
Yeah, and I can't think of any on top of my head right now because I didn't know any of these questions and I would have had them ready. But oh man, I don't know. There's definitely some out there that I'm thinking of that are oh god. Now it's just.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
All right.
So I guess my answer is yes.
Yeah.
Long story short, yes.
I could see that.
You know what this is from?
The Wheel.
Oh.
But I don't know how because we brought it to the bachelor party with them all on.
I hate. I know.
So.
I hate when there's a good song that has a trend on TikTok and it's the only song that people use.
What up, Marley?
Yeah. I know I saw that too. What's up, Marley? Her car's good now.
Yeah.
Tires on.
Nice.
She's good to rock and roll.
Cool. So next question. Mark this one off the list here. I wrote that weird. How does the music taste of your parents shape our taste?
So you asked me this one.
Yeah.
Because as an example. Not at all.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Not not bashing my parents or my family at all. My parents are, it's the gospel music.
It's true. Very true.
My parents, and so it's like, there's nothing that I just gonna go out of my way and turn that off completely if I don't like I'll listen to it, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a Christian, so it's like it's not like that's not what I just like go out of my way to listen to.
Definitely.
I'm definitely way polar opposite. My parents would never sit and listen to synthwave or our songs. Yeah, like, I showed them I'm Blue, and I was like, obviously because it's got the 2 very quick, easy cuss words that it's like not that big of a deal, and they were like,
they don't even like cussing or no. That's true. They're pretty.
No.
Yeah.
So I coughed really loud when I said the fuck. And then when you said that shit is a lie, that one kind of blends together. So I didn't do that one at all. And my dad was like, Luke, when he heard the shit is a lie, he heard it. I was like, oh my gosh. But I coughed like super loud right when it was my part. It was pretty funny. He didn't even notice that.
That is pretty funny. For me, probably pretty greatly influenced my music because
your dad was in a band.
My dad, he is still in a band, but he plays the harmonica in a band, like a rock and roll band. And they do a bunch of covers and stuff and play shows and whatnot. But when I was younger, he would always be blasting music in the basement, Rolling Stones, that kind of stuff. Like Rolling Stones was his shit for sure, still is. But and then we'd watch like the documentaries on the Rolling Stones, and it was like, oh shit, like I want to play guitar. So he got me a little guitar when I was younger and strum on that, and like Mark, my older brother, got into the drums, and that's kind of what birthed the whole band thing.
Yep.
Is like my dad, like without even trying. He probably did try a bit, but like it didn't seem like it for us because it just was like how it was.
Because in his head, he's like, oh yeah, I want my kids to play music.
Absolutely.
And stuff. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And then like neighborhood kids and whatnot, we were like, oh, let's throw together a band. We're going to be a rock band. Call ourselves Black Widows. And we did that. Played like all like the national night outs and stuff like that, and did covers of like AC/DC and whatnot. And then middle school, Mark met Christian, and I met David at the skate park, and they started doing something, and I wanted to be in it, so I like auditioned for their band and played a Green Day song or something like that, and then was hanging out with Dave, and we're like, oh, like we started listening to like a little heavier music, like Bullet for My Valentine and stuff, and so yeah, it's kind of just where it started from. It was like my parents rock and roll, at least my dad, but my mom listened to all that kind of stuff too.
Yep.
And yeah. We would just be in the basement. He'd be blaring freaking music on the PA speaker. We always had a big old system, and he'd be playing harp, and we would be running around with the toy cars and shit. Like,
Definitely different. Definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's, I don't know. Everybody's got their own story with their music.
Yeah.
You never really, it's hard to tell. That actually leads me to my next one. Where'd it go? Mark that one off. So that's a good leeway over to, can a person's character be identified by their music taste?
Damn. I would say it's not out of the blue or like a surprise when you see somebody and like interact with them and then you hear their music. That's kind of easy to be like, I was expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can think of some people off the top of my head. I'm not going to start calling people out, but it's like, I don't like that music at all. Or a certain genre.
Mm-hmm.
And Like, you know, I don't know, the people like for me that like Suicide Boys.
Yeah, that one's kind of
for
harder
some
to tell,
reason
I
it's
think.
weird.
Yeah.
It's like it's just the last thing that I would listen to.
Okay. Yeah.
And like hardcore screamo.
Yeah, like
I like the mix. Right, like the Beartooth where there's like
yeah.
Good
like breakdowns, good music,
choruses,
good melody,
yes.
choruses, singing,
but
it's hard and I
like that stuff.
Yeah.
But like the hardcore screamos and like I don't know, like it's. I would say it's not a surprise. Like when you can,
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say like you see somebody wearing cowboy boots. What do you think they like?
Country.
Yeah. You see somebody with plugs and tattoos, and what do you think they like? Hardcore music.
Yeah.
Like, you see somebody with, like, sorry. I guess it's a little bit more wiggle room with, like, rap and R&B and stuff like that, and, like, 80s and...
Yeah.
But, like, typically they're more, like... preppy, I want to say, but they're more cleaned up, like wearing a chain, bling, fancy clothes, you know, designer. They're wearing designer. What do you think? But then
it's also hard because like some of those guys, like who knows, like when they're not around people, they might be singing in the car.
Absolutely, they'll be playing some freaking Panic at the Disco or something like that. Like, I mean, how can you hate?
Oh man, yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say. Because like your music taste does drive your character.
Because it's like hard. Like I mean, for me, like, I'm so diverse. I'll literally one day go home from like getting home from work. I'm like, I want to sing.
Yep.
Some Justin Bieber shit.
Yep.
And then boom, like I just want to listen to some rap. And then boom, like I'm in a country mood. Then like I like a lot of different genres. So
I've never hit that country mood before. I can say that.
Oh yeah, I have.
The closest I get to country is Avenged Sevenfold. But even then, they're like.
Not even close.
I could show you some songs that are like, okay, this is definitely country-esque.
I guess you've showed me a couple that are like, I think that you have, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Like, I'm trying to sing. I'm trying to hear some hard 808s.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to hear some breakdowns. Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah. Cool. So that's 3. I do have more than 5. So if we need them, we'll pull them out the hat. Let me mark this one down. Where'd it go? Well, I mark it down. Do you have music? Let me use words for a second. Do you have music consumption patterns? That's also kind of a leeway of what we were just talking about.
So. Yes. So are you saying like, okay, I'll go on like, cause like right now, like as of recently, I'm going through and I'm like replaying like all of like the Purpose album of Justin Bieber and then like the, you know what I mean? Like I'm playing a bunch of different stuff and just listening to that. And like, that's what I'm like in the mood for. And then it's like, all right, now I'm on the, and then I'll always hit like an NF. An NF like wave where I'm like, all right, I want to listen to like a bunch of NF for a few days, maybe a full week. It's just like NF, and then I hit my Juice WRLD strings where I'll jump through all of Juice WRLD songs and like you saying like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Like for me, my consumption patterns are kind of based off of what I want to learn because I listen to learn as like research.
Okay.
So like my patterns are like, okay, it's time to make a new song.
Yep.
What like vibe am I going for?
Okay.
Do I want something like hard 808s? Do I want something more synthy? Do I want something like acoustic?
Yep.
Whatever. Depending on how I feel, what I kind of want the vibe to be is what I'll end up listening to and just like finding different artists in that genre and just like researching what they do keys, melodies, sounds, and like take from that. That would be my patterns. It's just like anything that I want to create, I'll dive into that.
Okay.
Those types of artists.
Yeah.
But what about like daily? Like throughout the day when you're able to listen to music, like when you're driving to work as opposed to driving home from work. What's your music difference?
Well, see, for me, I'm out back like every day at work. That's open. Like
You run the music there too?
I'm on the aux quite a bit. I also let the kids do their thing and like let them connect.
A lot of Mexican music though.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that.
See,
Yeah,
that's a pattern. That's a pattern because every time like you're at work, that's where you listen to that music.
Yeah. So like they like the daddy Yankee, like that kind of music. I can't name any else except for him. But
That one that you're playing at the golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, they like some of them actually go kind of hard, and it's like vibey stuff, and you know what I mean, like they bust their ass, and it's like, all right, if that's what they want to listen to, that's what they want to listen to, and that's what we're gonna do. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna let them do their thing. But yeah, no, 100%. Like I it's usually that, and then like if anybody's heard of Two Friends, The Big Booty, I probably listened to. Oh man, I mean it's definitely over. It's a couple 100 hours from the Big Booty mixes because like there's been times where at Discount we'll play them for literally 8 hours straight. You know what I mean? I'll grab number 17 and then work my way down, or grab 23. They just made 23 and work our way down, or like go to 10 and go down. You know what I mean? Like, and those are great. If you want to, if it's just like it's consistently changing, it's like what 45 seconds every song, and it's super hardcore like upbeat.
You know what
stuff.
we haven't done in a while?
Huh? I know exactly what you're talking about. It's Power Hour.
Power Hour.
Let's do it. Let's do it this weekend. I'm so down for Power Hour. I was thinking about that this weekend, but then I forgot.
If you don't know what Power Hour is, it is just a mashup. You can pick like Power Hour, 80s, Power Hour.
No, the 90s is the
90s,
best. The 90s is
whatever.
the best.
Well, whatever. Every time the song changes, which is like a minute.
It's 1 minute. You take a sip of your drink.
He takes a drink. Yeah.
So, I mean, like 60. It's probably. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it correctly, I mean, you get through.
Yeah.
You get through a good 6, 7, 8 beers in Power Hour. And it's fun, too, because all upbeat music. Like, it's like the 90s one has, like, the Arthur theme song. And then it changes to Britney Spears. And that one's super good. We've listened to that quite a bit. That was like how our friend group started, like, drinking when we were of age. Way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
How can playing a musical instrument help a person's mental state?
Damn. So, I can only speak to this because I wouldn't say that I'm like good at the piano. I'm not. Whenever somebody hears me play, my heart will go on. They're like, "Oh my God, you're good." Well, no, it's only because I've literally sat there. I can't read music.
So I can't either.
It took me 2 years of like randomly, you know what I mean, like sitting down and like
practicing, playing it slow.
I mean, I plowed through it like a long time. Like I haven't put effort in because I've already learned it. Now it's just like whatever I want. But like my heart will go on. Yeah. Now, I mean, like when I was like, I stuck myself on that and I wanted to do it, dude. I'd pull myself away from kind of in a weird mood. Like when we were at the Rosemont house and like people are partying. I want to go. I'm in a weird. I want to go sit down and I want to freaking and get another part of that song down. And I was super like big. Oh God.
Stress relief.
Sure. Yeah.
Just an escape. Yeah.
And like there was like a lot of time where before you moved in, that kind of weird era when like you weren't here and I was kind of alone for a few weeks.
I thought it was like months, wasn't it?
It was like a month and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
And no, because it was when I got back from Cali. I talked doing it pretty quick. It was only a few weeks. But the piano was out here, and it was really empty and freaking quiet. And I was like kind of in a weird down, not feeling good. And I'd go out here and I'd play it loud and in different types of, strings, and then in different types of, you know what I mean, like electric pianos, and and then I learned a few other songs in the midst of it too, and gave me so much peace, and it was a good feeling.
Yeah.
Like felt freaking awesome.
I would
sitting
agree.
down.
Yeah.
Big mood change for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like sometimes it takes a little bit to like commit to being like, okay, I'm going to go sit down and do this.
It does.
But when you do and you get into it, it's like
ridiculous.
Your mind is erased. It's all on this.
It's all on that.
It's like a full body high almost.
It is.
Like, yeah, I relate it to like obviously the bands and stuff I was in. A lot of the time, I was writing the music.
Yep.
Christian was writing music as well. But like, I would literally just, all right, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna jam. And I knew a lot of scales, or know a lot of scales and chords and different tunings and whatnot. So I'd obviously play around with that, but like, you find a tuning, you find some chords, you find a progression, you're like, oh, bet. That's how you kind of begin a song also, and then your just mind's on that.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just, that's all you're focusing about. And yeah, that's great.
Big time.
Welcome, Bitch Boy, to the podcast. He's been up here for a little bit. I'm talking about the cat. Actually, I was talking about Luke, but
What's up? What's up, Taylor?
it's like the
Bitch boy. He's like made his way over here.
Yeah, he has.
Past like minute.
Look at him. Unbelievable.
He's a big fluff ball. That's what he is.
It really is.
All right. Should we do like one more and then just keep it really nice and short and sweet?
Yeah, so that was number 4.
Okay.
Let me pick this last one here. Actually, I think that was 5. Let me see. 1, 2. No, that was 4. Okay. Cool. So, last question. We are going to do...
You're just getting... He's like...
Scooting his way over to you.
Like, just little by little, like, just wants to be in my personal space. Then put my hand down, he'll just keep his head there.
Let's talk. It's not, I guess, not so much a question on this one, but the role of AI-based tools in creating musical instruments or just music in general.
That's a really weird question.
Because you look at social media and TikTok, and here comes a Drake and the Weeknd song. It's completely AI generated. Did you ever hear that one?
You're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, like that kind of shit. Okay.
Yeah.
How does it affect what?
Well, just like the role of AI-based tools in creating musical instruments and just music in general, or we can expound even more and be like art or whatnot.
He's just closer and closer, just wants to push. I
knew that was going to be a little bit of a harder one.
Yeah, I'm not really too... Can you pick it up from question? Just because I'm not like...
Yeah.
I just don't like know enough. I know that I don't like talking about it because, I do. Like, the AI stuff is freaky, and I just... Yeah. I just don't know enough about...
All I have to say is it's making it a lot easier.
I bet.
But it's also making it a lot more saturated because now anybody can do it. And it's been like moving that way. The more technology we get, it's like way more saturation, a lot easier to do. But that means you have to actually be really good at it.
Yeah.
At the same time. But you don't actually have to be really good at it because you can just have AI do it and like do it right from your room. So I don't know. It's
true.
It's interesting. AI is definitely interesting, and we're definitely moving that way for a lot of things.
For sure. Be nice if we could just hit up an AI and say, "Can you please?"
There are like AI mastering things. There are.
Just find one.
Honestly,
the guy that I hit up hasn't responded to me, and he was like,
I'm just gonna post it all on my Facebook, also on my artist page and my personal page, and just be like,
the guy that hit up
people.
The guy that I hit up, and I like talked to my babe. She's like, well, depending on how much it's, it could be like 500,000 bucks. I go, this thing's done. It needs to be leveled and just slightly messed with.
And that's the thing is,
it's like he's like, take my number down and just send it over. He's like, I'll let you know. I'm like, he's gonna reach back out to me. I'm like, you want the business? Okay. You want the business, bud, or not?
Yeah.
God damn, how hard is it to find someone that can master some music? If you guys know, if anybody on this podcast and is our friends and anything, if you guys can reach out, you have made almost a full 180, just roly poly over here. Can reach out and know if you know anybody, and that
just like Milo, reaching out.
Yeah.
See, look at him reach. Oh.
He likes the table how soft it is. But yeah, if anybody knows somebody to master, that'd be awesome. Reach out to me. Appreciate it a lot.
So we'll do one more.
Okay.
This one's easier. Can sad music help people overcome heartbreak?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Without a doubt in my mind, yes. Like, not even thinking about it twice, yes. I know of a few different songs that have got me through certain situations. And for me and you, I like to sing. I do. Right? I like to try to get better at singing these different things.
It's a release.
It's a release. It's a release of stress in your emotions, right? And if you can sing, it doesn't even matter if you can sing or not. Everybody, turn that shit up and just whatever comes out of your voice, do it. But there's like certain few songs like that when I hear, right, it's like, oh my God, boom, brings up that memory. It's like that this song helped me escape. I can like sing it now, but it's like it's fun to just remember like those memories of why and what and how it like brought you to this point and fix that you know what I mean? Like,
I would definitely agree because like they're made specifically for certain situations that like everybody goes through, so it's relatable. It's
last night we let the liquor talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think that was more or less to be like more made to be more of a sad song. Now it's literally like just off the charts, one of the top songs in the world right now.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I think you can definitely work past it, but songs that like you listen to, like let's say you and a girl have a song that you listen to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you break up, and then you hear that song. It just like brings everything back.
Yep.
So it kind of makes it worse at the same time. But I like obviously,
ouch.
If the more you listen to it, the more that goes away.
Yes, 100%. Well, yes,
I think you can move past that.
No. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking about that wrong. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can. I would agree with you. 100%.
Yep. Cool. So that was 5-6 questions. Kind of close out. Final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to definitely do more quick and
we're rounding about 30 minutes right now. So
yeah, I mean literally. Yeah, it'd be nice to do more of these quick ones so people can pop in. You know, one thing that me and Andrew, like I was telling him like on the way home from work, before we always do this, like the routine is always I always call him because I've got a long drive just so I can start thinking about things in the car. I'm like, dude, like if I jump on a podcast or I see it, right, because this gets posted right away, and I see an hour and a half, I'm like, God, I can't commit to that. Like, I'll hop in and maybe just and just end it. if I see a 30-minute podcast, like I'll hop in and listen to it for 30 minutes. Hell yeah, I can commit to that.
Yep.
So we're gonna try to do this more often, and obviously, like it's gonna take us a long time to get into a good groove of things. So
it's a lot easier to be organized with these and more planned out as well.
Yes.
So you don't have a whole like, oh, we're going for an hour, 2 hours, and you have to plan for all of that.
It's true.
It's like, okay, we can get 5-10 questions, pick the best ones, talk about them.
Yep.
Move on to the next question, keep it going.
And we still got to figure out something kind of new and fresh for Wednesdays as well. So we still have that coming. That we should definitely be able to figure out something that's a better plan for Wednesdays.
Yeah, because reactions are fine every once in a while, but they're also kind of hard because like anything video related, you're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah.
And music related, you're gonna get copyrighted.
Yep.
So then it leads you to only being able to do like food or like drinks or like we're reacting to Asian candy or whatever. So it's like then you have to go out of your way and you have to find all that kind of stuff, order them, and it takes this long. And, you know, it's tricky. It's doable, but it's tricky. So, yeah, we're going to definitely look into doing something else on Wednesdays also. And, yeah, anything for the weekend coming up? Anything you can think of?
Yes, we should. We should have guests. We should have guests this Friday regardless.
Okay.
So that's the plan. So look out for Friday. Yes, Friday. Yeah, it'll be Friday. For some reason, I thought Friday had something to do. No. So on that note, you guys will see us Friday. Well, I'm gonna say this as a pre-week in advance. But stay safe this upcoming weekend. It's gonna be the 4th of July, and people are gonna get wrecked this weekend because it lands on a Tuesday, and that's super shitty. So that's super unfortunate. But anyways, there is the follow for my Snapchat and the Instagram. If you guys want to get on here, you just want to see the behind the scenes, the before the scenes, just in general life. I'm always posting crap. So, I mean, it's not crap, but I mean, it's crap. So follow those.
And for me, any technical questions, or I guess behind the scenes as well, you can hit me with a follow. You should follow both of us, and you should also leave a like on the video. Helps push us in the algorithm. It's much needed. Subscribe. We'll see you this weekend.
We'll see you guys Friday.
Peace.
Peace. We'll see you